Hello everybody. Well, today I wanted to show you what I'm doing with the Dragon Baby Reborn. So, I pulled out my paints and to remind you, this is what the heads look like. It's actually pretty close to what the Dragon Baby head and Dragon Baby kit and the Isaac kit, what they look like. So this is the beginning stage. And I started out actually with one of my heads that I had used the gold metallic when I made the changeling baby for Dragonite baby for Kaylee. So then I started working with the colors. Now this one, to the original color of the head, I added white, and then portrait pink, and raw sienna to get this color. And I was going for this look, and it's close to what it's like in the front here without the blushing and modeling. And then, oops, okay, and then I added the darker raw sienna to come up with this slightly darker version, which is fairly close to what it is on the sides. Now, I didn't use as many layers yet as what I'm actually going to use on the doll. I just wanted to get the base coloring close because I was going for an Asian skin tone, which my nephew has. And here he is when he was like maybe 6 months old, 11 months old. He's 11 months old here. He's 6 months old here. And this was when he was first born. So that's what I'm looking for, is this really pretty Asian skin coloring. And when he gets a little bit older and there's more pink in his skin. So that's what I did. Now there's about five layers of the darker skin tone on here, and there's about 10 of the really light. So I had about 10 of the really light and then added the darker to it. So that's what I'm going for. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get really as close as I want to get, because I'm trying to combine the Choctaw and Asian skin tones. And isn't my little nephew adorable? He was so adorable as a baby, and he is the handsomest young man now in college. He looks just like his father, except he's got his mama's eyes. And his skin tone is like halfway between mama and daddy. Xiaoli has the very beautiful pale ivory Asian skin tone. It's Chinese. and she has a very pale ivory, just not much darker than this. And she is the most beautiful woman in the world, I'll have you know. It's real easy for me to see how my brother fell in love with her and how he met her. He had a heart attack when he was over in China on a job, and she was his nurse. And they fell in love while he was in the hospital, and then he married her. And they had to spend quite a bit of time and money and what have you to get her able to come to America. And I guess she came in on an Einstein visa because she is a nurse. And, or was a nurse at that time. I don't know what she does now. She was working as a restaurant manager for a while, I know. So I don't know if she's still doing that or what. I mean, she's an extremely beautiful woman, and she's like the world's best housekeeper, and I'm the world's worst. I have to admit this about myself. I'm not a great housekeeper. But Xiaoli is impeccable. She has a house that is just spotless, can pass the glove test, and I am just so proud to have her as my sister-in-law, even though I'm never going to meet her, because my brother hates my guts. And that goes back to when we were little children. I don't know what the grudge was about, but even as we were children, he hated me. And I didn't realize how much he hated me until I was married to my first husband. And we were out fishing. And we were getting ready to come back home. And I walked up to the camper trail, the camper truck, and all of a sudden my brother just decided to show off his martial arts and threatened me with it, and I stopped and I went totally white. How could my brother hate me that much? It just broke my heart. And I just turned and I walked away. And my brother laughed, and he and my husband just laughed about it. They thought it was the funniest thing. And my first husband was very abusive. So after we got divorced, I made a decision. I wasn't going to continue to be abused. And at that point, I decided I was worth better. I grew up abused, so to me, when I got married to my first husband, that was just normal. And it took a long time. And eventually, I did heal enough in myself to where I could at least, and it took a year. I was just a total wreck after the divorce. I went through a nervous breakdown, and I did things during that year totally unlike me. And I got married to my second husband, and we were together. My first husband and I were together for 7 years. My second husband and I were together for 3. And it was the person he was when I met him and the person he was after we got married were two different people. And that was when I had lost Robert Stephen and Alana Michelle and Benjamin. Stillbirths and miscarriages in that marriage. And after we split up, he went his way, I went mine, and I started traveling the country just trying to find work, trying to gain back the dignity that I thought that I had lost in those 2 marriages. eventually I wound back home in Tulsa, and I was doing pretty good up until 1993, when I was assaulted and had a spinal injury, and then I couldn't work anymore, and I wound up on Social Security. But I've been trying ever since then to figure out a way to make a living for myself so I didn't have to be on Social Security. And my artwork has, a couple of times I've sold a few paintings, and my reborn dolls, which I started in the reborning just simply because I've been a doll collector off and on all my life, and I just love these dolls, and I wanted one to memorialize my children that I had lost in those 2 marriages, and to kind of have a memorial of all my family members that I had lost. I thought I'd do babies of each of them, and Tink, the little micro preemie full body vinyl baby that I've got, which is not a reborn, it's just a vinyl baby doll. That one was got for my older sister, who when my mom had her, she only lived 4 hours or so, and before she died. So I never got to know her. But she's always been like my guardian angel, you know? And so I've always felt really close to Tink, even though we never really knew each other. And then I want to do one for my sister Lily, who died a couple of years before my daddy did. And I'm doing Dragon Baby now, my nephew. And the next one will probably be, that I do for my collection, will probably be Benjamin, because I've already got Robert, Stefan, and Alana Michelle. And both of them are factory babies, but I'm going to do a toddler size of Robert Stefan, and maybe, if I could find the kit for it, do a taller one of Alana Michelle. Once I learn how to root hair. I'm not going to do either one of them until I can root hair. Once I learn how to do that properly, then I'm going to do those dolls. In the meantime, I'm concentrating on exotic skin tones. And Asian for my nephew, but the other doll that I'm doing is another dragon skin baby, so it's going to have the metallic skin tones, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot of fantasy kits, eventually. I want to do that. I really want to do the fantasy skin tones. That seems to be the most fun for me to do, and I really had a lot of fun doing Kaylee's doll, and I'm going to have an enormous amount of fun doing Mark and Katie's doll, so I'm going to be doing that a lot more. I am so glad that you have watched my videos, that you have liked and subscribed and left me kind comments. Every one of you is special to me. Though I may never have met you in real life, you are my friends and you are my family. And how we treat each other here on YouTube, it really matters a lot. In the Reborn Doll community, the crochet community, the art and crafting community, how we treat each other, it really matters a lot. And that's why, one of the reasons why all my videos I try to be very positive and very upbeat, even though I may be going through all kinds of crap. I don't like to load you down with a lot of that, and I'm not going to speak bad about other people. Or try not to anyway. I don't want to be a bully on the internet. I don't think that that's a good thing to do. I think that we all have the potential to be very wonderful people, and that we all, as friends and family, can reach out to each other and build each other up and help each other grow our channels and enjoy what we're seeing and doing on YouTube. So, but anyway, now that I'm blathering on, my email address, norwoodpatricia48@gmail.com, is in the description below. My post office box address is in the description below if you want to get in touch with me. And my Patreon page is in the description below, and it should have everything hooked up. In a couple of days, I'm going to have my boyfriend look over and help me do this, because I get really confused. And it's not that it's so difficult so much as it is my brain sometimes plays brain fog on me, and I get confused. I'm getting old, getting senile, and it happens. But that's okay. I'm enjoying life. I hope you are too. Have a blessed day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.